This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
And still to come in today's Midday Fix, how to protect your pets from a potentially deadly disease. We have expert tips from a veterinarian.
In today's Midday Fix, it's a serious and potentially fatal disease in pets, but one that is completely preventable. April is Heartworm Awareness Month, and Dr. Tony Kremer from Kremer Veterinary Services is joining us with tips on how to protect your pets. I got to tell you, you gave me a lot of background information, and I was getting thoroughly grossed out just reading about these things.
Look at this ugly heart here with the worm sticking out of it. It's
these things can be a foot long.
They can, and they will just. And an animal that gets infected, their heart can be stuffed with these. It's disgusting, and very problematic, and way too common.
Stuffed with them. How many will turn up?
Just lots. I mean, too many to count. You're right.
So how do our pets get them?
Well, heartworm disease, for people who don't know, is transmitted by the bite of a single mosquito, an infected mosquito, to our dogs and cats.
Those mosquitoes give us some terrible diseases.
They do.
But they come from mosquitoes, and I'm surprised to learn that cats get them.
It's true, and maybe it's less often than dogs because most of our cats are in the house. But a mosquito, especially as spring comes, April's here, hopefully weather's going to be getting nicer. We're going to be opening that door more often. There's a mosquito getting in the house is not unheard of, and cats can get this as well as dogs.
So what are the symptoms?
Well, in dogs,
yeah.
Let's start with dogs. In dogs, it's something where if they get sick from this, it takes a little while for them to actually come down with signs. They get infected, they would eventually become lethargic, not eat very well, and then show signs of heart failure, which would be coughing and weakness.
Oh, no.
In cats, they don't usually show very many signs. They might be a little asthmatic, they might be a little off, but most cats, when they get this, they acutely die from heartworm disease if it goes untreated.
Oh, that's a shame. How do we keep our pets safe? What do we do?
Well, that's the good thing about this. It is entirely preventable. The one thing I want to tell people is that we did a study not too long ago that said that less than 40% of pet owners actually purchase this medication for their pets, and even less actually remember to consistently give this to their pet once a month.
You know what? I don't have a dog at the moment, but I do remember. You know, you've got the little stickers that go on the front here. And,
they help. Alarms on our phones. You know, I know with me, my alarm would go off. I wasn't home. I'd get home and forget about it. There's some great new things out there for those people who have had trouble remembering to give this.
Yeah.
And so we've come out with an injection now that we can give pets that last. This is for dogs, actually.
That's this right here.
This lasts for 6 months. You get the shot. It's a time-release deal. You do it when you normally have their vaccinations, or if they're not on heartworm preventive now, you can go in and just get the injection and don't have to worry about remembering this for 6 months.
What do we need to know about heartworm testing?
Well, heartworm testing is super important because nothing is 100%. If a pet catches this, and we are testing them every year, we'll find out they have it before they get sick. And then it is treatable. It's not the easiest thing to treat. It's a much more expensive deal than actually preventing it, but we can save their life if we find out early enough.
And people need to know, you need to test even if your dog is on the HeartGuard or a preventative medication.
Because again, probably we're going to be missing or giving a pill late, and then again, none of them are 100%, and so we want to make sure that we do that test to do kind of as a backup measure.
Can heartworms be spread from one pet to another?
They sure can, because the mosquito will bite that infected pet, and now it's infected and move over and bite the other animal.
And as well with cats to dogs and vice versa?
Absolutely.
Hey, before I let you go, what's the latest on the outbreak of dog flu in the Chicago area?
Well, I think we're getting a better handle on it. I think the most important thing about that is that there's awareness now. People know that there is a flu vaccine. People know that they should get their Bordetella or kennel cough vaccine more often. And I think as that awareness gets out there, I think that more and more pets will be protected.
Great advice. Dr. Tony, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dr. Tony has 5 veterinary clinics in the area. You can get more information on Kremer Veterinary Services at drtony.com. For a link, if you missed anything, you can watch this segment again by logging onto our website, WGNTV.com/midday.